David Nash was a talented musician who hoped to become a barrister, but at just 26 years old, his life was tragically cut short. He died in November 2020 from brainstem swelling, but if he'd been able to see a GP, he'd most likely have survived. Instead, after finding a lump on his neck, David spoke to his GP practice in Leeds 4 times over a 19-day period, but wasn't seen in person.
I'm verified my sinuses, my back and my neck, and I've got temperature as well. I've had it for about a week.
Oh, a week, right.
Yeah, I've had it for about last Friday, and I feel the temperature, just these pains are really bad.
An inquest found the failure to give David a face-to-face GP appointment in the days before his death was a missed opportunity. His parents, Anne and Andrew Nash, welcome the findings, but feel David was let down.
Care, definitely from the practice, was very poor. They didn't join up the consultations. They didn't elude the right information from him. But he gave them all the information, but they then didn't use it to make a diagnosis. And yeah, they failed him. He became so unwell at the time he got to A&E. He was so unwell, and although they tried, he was critically ill when he arrived there. So.
Now, they have recognised their failures. It's just such a shame a young lad's lost his life and that they didn't recognise at the time because all the signals were there.
Andrew and Anne believe other families are still suffering unnecessarily, with essential medical appointments still being carried out over the phone rather than in person. The
only positive that can come from it is that people do listen, and I fear it is still going on. So
yeah, the verdict of Coroner Abigail Coombs is a powerful message because it adds to the debate of access to GPs. And as I say, the only positive that can come out is that if other GP practices can learn from this mistake, I don't think it'll ever happen again at David's GP practice. They've learned from it, but clearly it's better that everyone learns from it and that future deaths are prevented, because going through this it's been dreadful.
David was under the care of Burley Park Medical Centre at the height of the pandemic, when practices were seeing large numbers of patients remotely. They said, "We offer our deepest condolences and apologies to David Nash's family and friends, and fully accept the outcome of the coroner's inquest. Our practice now has a policy to ensure that patients with appropriate clinical presentations are automatically referred to a face-to-face appointment, as do patients who have had multiple contacts with the practice." David will forever be cherished by those that love him, and his parents hope that his death will not be in vain. Anna Riley, GB News, Nantwich.